You know, after more than 30 years of seeing patients over 60, I've noticed something interesting. Everyone has their own morning routine, but there's one habit I see over and over again. They wake up, take their medication, and then immediately sit down to a warm bowl of oatmeal. And honestly, it sounds harmless, doesn't it? After all, oatmeal is supposed to be the heart-healthy breakfast. But a few weeks later, they come back to my clinic and say, "Doctor, I don't get it. I eat healthy, but I still feel tired. Why are my lab results not improving?" That's when I ask gently, "Do you eat right after taking your pills?" And almost every time, they nod. Here's what most people don't realize. Oatmeal contains a soluble fiber called beta-glucan. It's wonderful for your heart, great for lowering cholesterol. But it can also interfere with how your medication works, especially thyroid or blood pressure meds. When you eat too soon after taking your pills, that fiber binds with the medication, and your body may absorb up to 30% less of it. So instead of helping your health, your healthy breakfast might actually be making your medicine less effective. I had a patient named George, 67 years old, disciplined, consistent, the kind of man who never skips a morning walk. But his thyroid numbers stayed low for months. We made one small change. He waited 45 minutes after taking his meds before eating breakfast. 3 weeks later, his labs improved, and his energy came back. I tell this story because it reminds us of something simple. Good health doesn't always come from doing more. It often comes from doing the right thing, the right way. So if you take medication in the morning, give your body that quiet moment, just 30 to 60 minutes. Let your medicine do its job first. Then when you finally sit down to your oatmeal, it won't just fill your stomach. It'll truly nourish your heart, your mind, and your day. Have you ever wondered why you still feel tired even though you're eating healthy? I hear that question all the time, especially from people over 60. And when I ask what they usually have for breakfast, most of them smile and say, "Oatmeal, doc, the instant kind. Just add hot water and it's done." I get it. Life is busy. No one wants to spend half the morning in the kitchen. But here's the catch. Instant oats, the kind that cooks in a minute, might actually be the reason your energy keeps switching on and off, like a light flicker. You see, instant oats are pre-cooked, flattened, and dehydrated. That's what makes them so quick. But in exchange, they lose part of their nutrients, and more importantly, your body digests them too fast. When that happens, your blood sugar spikes quickly and then crashes just as fast. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who eat instant oats have 35% higher post-meal glucose levels than those who eat old-fashioned or steel-cut oats. I remember one of my patients, Mary, 64 years old. She told me, "Doctor, I eat oatmeal every morning, but I still feel sleepy halfway through the morning." So we made one simple change. She swapped instant oats for steel-cut oats, cooked in advance and stored in the fridge. In the morning, she'd just warm it up, add a splash of almond milk and a few blueberries. A week later, she came back smiling. "Doctor, I don't even need my morning coffee anymore." I love that story because it shows the power of slowing down. Sometimes just taking an extra 5 minutes can give you steady energy, a clear mind, and a calm stomach all morning long. So next time you reach for that 1-minute oatmeal packet, remember, convenient doesn't always mean better. Let your breakfast be cooked with time, not just hot water. You know, we all crave a little sweetness to start the morning, and maybe you're like many of my patients. You open the pantry, grab a packet of maple brown sugar oatmeal, add hot water, maybe a drizzle of honey, and think to yourself, now that's a healthy breakfast. It sounds healthy, but truth is, that's one of the sweetest traps people over 60 often fall into. Here's the thing. A single packet of flavored oats usually contains around 12 grams of sugar, almost 3 teaspoons, before you even add banana, milk, or honey. When we're young, our bodies can handle sugar swings better. But after 60, insulin, the hormone that controls blood sugar, becomes less responsive. And the result? You feel great for about an hour, and then suddenly you crash. You're tired, hungry again, maybe even a little irritable, for no clear reason. I remember one of my longtime patients, Carol, 62 years old. She told me, Doctor, I eat oatmeal every morning, but I still feel sleepy and crave pastries all day. When we checked her routine, she was eating apple cinnamon instant oats every morning, something she believed was healthy. I suggested a simple swap. Use plain oats, add half a mashed banana, a pinch of cinnamon, and a few fresh blueberries. 10 days later, she came back smiling. Doctor, it still tastes sweet, but I don't feel sluggish anymore. And I told her what I often tell all my patients. The natural sweetness of fruit doesn't just calm your taste buds, it lifts your mood too. So tomorrow morning, when you reach for that maple oatmeal packet, pause for a second. Choose the real sweetness of nature instead. Ripe bananas, warm cinnamon, or a handful of berries. Your body will thank you, with a clearer mind, steadier energy, and a peaceful heart to start your day.